Yeah. Welcome to the Primo Suprimo podcast, everybody. We back again after 2 months. Still talking that shit. Still getting down with everybody else. With your hosts, myself, Chris Menendez, and the young and strong, Jeffrey Long.
What is up? What is up?
It's crazy, bro. It's been fucking 2 months. We're just saying, right before I hit record over here, that fucking Tenet sucked. And Jeff was saying, nothing. He's not ruining the movie for me. He's just saying that it sounded like how Bane sounded before they remixed him.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go right into it. So, they're hyping this up as the movie to pretty much be watched in theaters. So, like, this is the movie you gotta watch in theaters. And if you're a Nolan fan, you probably believe that. Like, I saw not 1917, the Dunkirk. I don't consider, like, that movie is really just a montage of, like, war.
Like wide shots.
Yeah, and it's a showpiece. It's not like a narrative movie, really. Like,
yeah,
there's a story.
Like, if you know anything about World War II, you know what happens in Dunkirk.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dunkirk, like, it's not a plot-driven movie like Inception or something like that. But it was a cinematic... It's pretty much there to show off IMAX theaters. So I'm like, all right, Tenet's going to do the same. Well, this is literally a movie that I feel like you have to watch this, whether it be streamed or on Blu-ray or DVD with subtitles.
Right.
Because this movie has some of the worst audio mixing I have ever seen.
In the history of fucking audio.
Yeah, so they're like, all right, we're waiting for the theaters to open so we can release this. We're not going to release it on demand. I feel like that was a terrible decision on Nolan's part because, one, this is a convoluted story. Two, it's a convoluted story, unlike Inception, because Inception had the whole thing with the family that gripped you and made you want to unravel and, like, made you want to pay attention to this story that has you kind of lost. And even then, Inception makes more sense. This doesn't really have that emotional thing to grip you, to make you care. Like, it's convoluted and you don't care. And the audio is so bad that you just don't want to put in the effort to listen. So the acting was fine. John David was fine. Patterson was fine. I'd say maybe the villain, I guess he was going for a Russian type of thing. I know the actor's Irish. He spoke in this accent where he was just like, oh,
so it was a Russian Irish accent.
It was just, you couldn't understand him. And he spoke so low.
Oh
and
God.
Frankly, just time is not as cool as dreams. I was expecting Inception with time. It's not that cool. Like, the scenes, they were impressive, but again, nothing as cool as the Jamiroquai shit spinning in Inception with Jason Gordon-Levitt. Yeah, nothing was as cool as that.
And just the thing with Inception, though, because I haven't watched Tenet, and I'm just watching. I'm just listening to Jeff talk about it. But
yeah,
at least Inception, I saw that shit, and I seen that movie multiple times because it's that fucking good.
Yeah,
like I love learning about the little facts in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like I think it was those loud trumpets that you hear at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Though that is actually the song that they play when they wake up. That French song or the Italian song, the Papillon, or whatever the fuck it is. That's just like, I think it's the trumpets from that are like. That they were made like at a higher pitch or like a higher sound, but recorded like chopped and screwed, like slowed down. But it was just crazy. It's like it's pretty much Christopher Nolan and the production team fucking with the audience. Yeah,
I've only seen it once. I saw it a few weeks ago before Tenet. They re-released it.
You had never seen it before?
I never finished it. I saw it and I ended up falling asleep because I like to watch movies right before going to bed. So yeah,
they stick with them.
Yeah, they never really stick. I've started many movies, haven't finished them. That was one. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. It was great. I really liked it. And this was just a letdown. Tenet. I came in with high hopes. You know, it's the first IMAX movie I've seen in theaters in how long? Paid full price. And left disappointed. I'm not going to say the movie's bad because, again, I couldn't hear the fucking movie.
And I couldn't hear a word they were saying. I didn't understand.
I watch everything on Netflix and Amazon and Hulu. I watch everything, whether it be English, Japanese, Spanish, with subtitles. I just prefer that.
Yeah, because what happens if you miss something?
Exactly. And
like just a little thing.
This movie needs subtitles. So either they release it in theaters with subtitles, or,
I think it sounds like they need descriptive.
Yeah. Or give us the DVD version, like day and date. Like you could watch it in theaters, or you could rent it on video. They should do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, like Mulan.
That was kind of bad. Was it like $30?
Disney needs to stop with these like live action movies. I'm doing the thing with my fingers because wait, all of them, not a single one of them has been good. Not one. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what you tell me. Aladdin.
I couldn't get into Jungle Book, but I hear that's one of the better ones.
I watched that.
I tried. No, I couldn't.
Because it's the problem that like everything looks really cool until a real human shows up.
Yeah.
And just makes it look like everything is a fucking blue screen.
Yeah.
And the thing with I refuse to watch Aladdin because that is honestly my favorite Disney movie of all time. That along with like Toy Story, the first one.
Right.
I recently saw part 4. I started it, and what I found amazing about it was how far CGI for like animated movies has come. Like I haven't watched one in forever, to be honest. And seeing that movie, I was blown the fuck away. Just the opening scene, for example, where the little RC car, it's raining and he gets stuck outside.
That looked like real life.
That looked like real life. Shit looked real, bro. That shit looked real, and
Yeah. Like, if Pixar wasn't doing a cartoony thing, they could make stuff that looks photorealistic.
Oh, easily. Super easily.
Yeah, because they got the best ray tracing right now.
Do they?
Yeah, because, like, even stuff... Yeah, old CG movies, they had ray tracing. It's just you couldn't really do that in real time back then in games. That's why you could only do it there, because it's like you only see what they want you to see.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's ray tracing was what separated CG with like games and stuff. But yeah, Toy Story, dude, that looks good. A really good CG. It's not a movie. It's the Despicable Me ride in Universal. It's a 60 frame CG movie with today's CG, and you're basically watching an IMAX movie in a moving chair. In a moving thing.
That's dope.
And before that, it was the Jimmy Neutron. Before that, it was the Flintstones. And I was mad because I was like a fan of Jimmy Neutron and the old Nickelodeon. It was kind of like a Smash Bros of Nickelodeon. But when I watched that Despicable Me thing and I saw the quality of animation at 60 frames, I'm like, okay.
They did it right.
Yeah, definitely.
Something that I found really cool, that the last time that I went to like one of those Disney parks, which was Animal Kingdom, on the Avatar shit, like one of those Avatar rides, it was the animatronics.
I didn't get to go there.
That was dope as fuck. Like, no joke.
I hear it's only one animatronic though.
Yeah, it is.
That sucks.
It's one.
They blew the whole ride on that one robot.
Hey, everything, it's true, because everything else is like, you see like shadows and like little things moving in the background, and that's whatever.
Yeah.
Until you see that animatronic, you're like, God damn, that is a serious shit there. And to be honest, that ride though, the fucking Avatar ride itself.
The other one?
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking... From the minute you step into that shit to the minute you step out, you're fucking blown away.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
when you come in, they first like scan you and they show like everybody that's gonna ride it in this room, and there's like numbers on the floor, and like on the big screen you see everybody's like thermal imaging to see if you're connecting to your fucking monster or whatever, your fucking pterodactyl. And then when you finally get to the like to ride it, it looks like a motorcycle seat. And they give you the glasses, and they put you into this shit. And broski, this fucking shit, like, they're like, oh, feel it, breathe. And the fucking sides of this thing, like,
it does.
They move in and out. And then when you finally start riding, like, it's like almost like Spider-Man in Islands of Adventure, or like, I guess Harry Potter, from what I understand.
Well, those like you actually like move on a track.
Yeah, but this is, I guess it's like
it's more like the Simpsons.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future and the
you
Simpsons.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But the thing is that this shit is on a different level though, bro. Because when you go, like, it has like scents, like you smell shit.
Yep.
And they like hit you with mists.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other cool shit, bro. It's just dope. It's just really, really, really fucking dope.
Yeah, like that Despicable Me, it's just a movie theater with a bunch of moving benches. While that you're in it's like a metal seat kind of thing, and then you kind of get in the avatar.
Oh yeah.
And then you get like kind of pushed forward.
And like you
and then it's like a seat. It's like a dome screen, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like it covers you up top. The Simpsons has a dome screen too. But yeah, that Despicable Me was just a flat thing. So
shit.
Yeah.
How's the Harry Potter one? I haven't read the Harry Potter one.
It's good, dude, because it's not a roller coaster, but it kind of is, because you're on like a
track.
You're on a track, and it's kind of like a roller coaster track. You're like swaying through, and then you're going between like animatronics to screens. So there's a giant spider, a dragon. The Dementors come out. I remember one time I went with Eliakim, and we got stuck. Like we got stuck where the Dementors were, and the lights turned on, and we saw the second half of that ride with the lights on. It's pretty weird, but like the background music stopped, but the sound effects were playing, so we were just hearing loud as fuck. Just the monsters.
That sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's like the Dementors kind of popping. That's one of the best rides, honestly, because it uses everything. Yeah, it uses screens in combination with animatronics. Yeah, that's one of the better ones.
Yeah,
the one in Islands, not the one in Universal. The one in Universal kind of sucks.
I haven't been to either yet. Anytime that I've gone, the last time that I went to Islands was like 6 years ago. 6 years ago. No, even longer than that. God damn.
Yeah, Island.
7 years ago.
That ride's actually been there for a while. The original Harry Potter.
For real?
I think it's almost been 10 years.
Holy shit!
I know
the last time that I went, it was broken.
Oh.
Yeah, like anytime that I go, either that or it's a fucking line from here to the entrance of the park.
Yeah, there's a way to skip that line. Just going through the gift shop, and then there's a part where the lockers are. You can just cut through where the lockers are and cut the shit. There's like a whole line before to get to the lockers. But if you enter through the gift shop and go to the lockers, you could just leave and skip the line to the lockers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I always do that.
That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Now you know, people, for whoever's listening. Now
you
know. Nah, man. And you saw they leaked that Xbox?
And now it's confirmed, November 10th.
Yeah, for it.
Yeah, $300.
So what do you think the regular one's gonna cost?
No, it's $500. They said.
Oh, it is.
They confirmed both. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, so they got pressured into
pretty much
fucking releasing that information. So how much is the Xbox gonna cost?
$499 and then $299 for the S.
Okay, $599. That's not bad.
Yeah, I might actually be looking at the S. I might.
Really?
Because $300, I could pretty much just for my TV. Because if you have a PC gaming computer, you do not want that on a big screen. Because the text, you're either gonna have to have it really big and the icon's really big. It looks really bad. Just using a mouse and keyboard on a couch on your lap, it sucks. I'd rather just have that with the monitor.
Know how many people that would listen to this, how they're gonna hate on you. That's not true.
You can do it.
You can set it up.
But you ask them, do you do it? No.
No, you fucking crazy. I gotta put it on a fucking desk.
I got a 144 monitor. I do too.
I got a wall of screens.
Yeah, because TVs, a lot of them don't do 144 hertz, and if they do, they're 1080p. So, if I get the Series X, will it do 4K 120? That's what I want to know. We have to see it in action. And will a big screen support it? Yeah. Yeah, they say Halo was 120 frames, but I don't know if they said 4K. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And they only said the multiplayer.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it could be lower. So if you're going to get something for your TV...
Consola, baby. Consola.
And if you want a TV that's 120 hertz, might as well get the S because that TV is probably gonna be 1080p.
Mm.
But it is only 500 gigs that.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna bring up to you.
That's the only thing.
Are you just gonna just say fuck it and buy an external hard drive and that's it?
You're gonna have to either way because 1 terabyte is too small too.
Oh my god.
I think so.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to.
Now the question is, what the hell's a PS5 gonna cost?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think just because it's so big, it's gonna cost more. Not because.
Well, they say the SSD is expensive on the PS5.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And I heard that thing that isn't gonna have anything. The hard drive for that shit isn't gonna be big either, no?
It's a terabyte, but like they say after the OS and all that stuff, it's
600
like 680 or something like that.
Fucking bastards, bro.
Yeah, so I wonder what that Xbox is gonna be after that OS.
Yeah.
So 300. That's Call of Duty.
For real, that's just Call of Duty. That's it. You know, honestly, I can't wait to delete that fucking game off my PS4.
Yeah.
I honestly can't wait. And what's cool about having games digitally, listen to me, digitally, is that I can now, when I get my PS5, I can just let somebody borrow my PS4 and it has a bunch of fucking...
Yeah, you don't have to give them a bunch of discs.
Exactly.
Them scratch them and lose them.
Yeah, like the other day, Caesar, I let him borrow my old PS2, like the slim one.
Yeah.
And I lent him like 4 games and he left here with like a fucking, like a thing. And it's just, I see him and it's like, fuck, I remember back in the day dealing with cords and all that shit. So annoying. And like I'm saying, now I can just unplug it, take probably just the power cord because everybody has an HDMI now.
Yeah.
And just connect to somebody else's shit. And that's it.
But yeah, man, 300 for launch, like that's cheaper than the freaking Xbox One X, I think, and the PS4 Pro, isn't it? Because those are like 400.
Yeah, it's cheaper than the original PS4 and Xbox One.
That's insane. So
yeah, man,
and it's all digital, so it's pretty cool. I think it looks horrible.
Yeah,
it looks terrible.
That shit looks horrendous. You know what it looks like? It looks like the controller
for DJ Hero.
No, the other one, the one like the
adaptive controller.
Yeah, the adaptive controller.
That thing looks really bad.
Yeah, man.
They should have just made that black thing a white circle that lights up green or some shit.
Something, or at least made the whole console black.
Yeah, just make the whole thing black
and
or
just
white.
Hide it.
And just have that's for the fan, obviously. But
yeah.
make the fan glow green.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, that thing looks bad.
That shit.
It's smaller than the S2, than the X2. It's a small console.
Yeah, it is. But still. But damn, you know what that showed me? How big the disc drive is. Yeah. Because that's all they're doing. They're just taking out the disc drive.
Yeah. But, well, it has lesser specs. Because it's like 1440p is the max, they said, for that one.
Wow. So no thank you.
Well, I'm getting it because... Well, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to get it. Because I don't have a 120 hertz TV.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'm actually, in the coming year, I want to get a new TV.
I want a new TV too, because I don't know if it's the TV or my... Because it happens both on the PS4 and the Xbox, but there's like a small white dash in the center. So I think my screen's going out.
No shit.
Yeah, there's like a small, like a centimeter long, but it's noticeable.
Ugh. Have you You haven't tried doing anything to the TV to probably fix it?
I've just been playing on my monitor so much that I don't care. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might just buy that Xbox just because it's so fucking cheap. Definitely not day one, because Xbox doesn't really have much day one. But
it doesn't have much. It doesn't. They better.
It has games, but like they're not even. Microsoft is like they got a bunch of like double A's. Like they got that game, The Medium.
Yeah.
The Exo Machina, Crossfire, but a lot of those look like they're timed exclusives. They never said it, but they look like it.
See, that's Xbox problem. That's Microsoft's
problem. No, Sony has some timed exclusives too, but like but they're launching at least with Spider-Man, whether it's a full game or not. It's
Crash
still
Bandicoot. No, that's next year.
No, that's a multiplat.
Crash Bandicoot? No, not Crash Bandicoot. Fucking Jack and Daxter.
No,
not Jack and Daxter.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank.
No, that's
holy shit.
That looks pretty soon. That looks pretty soon.
Yeah,
that game looks pretty complete to me.
I'm actually
that looks cool. That looks cool.
I played the one for the PS4.
I didn't get into that one, but
I was just amazed by the visuals on that.
It looks good. Yeah,
it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the new one looks good too.
Yeah, like you said, Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I hope it would be really nice to see Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I don't think that's probably next year.
Yeah, it's probably next year. But I would have really liked to see Gran Turismo because that trailer.
Like Xbox, they have a lot of they announced a lot of good games. It's just they're not coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, and supposedly I've seen rumors that Halo might get pushed to 2022.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Because all that was bad about it was just like the graphics.
So they just have to go back and
like
retouch everything.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, like how you gonna do it? Like it's Halo. When have you ever seen a show where they actually show something Halo related and everybody's like, get the fuck out of here?
That was crazy.
That was horrible. I remember watching that shit and going, man, there's something wrong with this.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this? And then Armando hits me. He was like, bro, did you see it? Look good. And I'm like, man, I don't know.
I thought it looked good. Like some parts, like when he's driving the Warthog, it looked good. Some of the lighting was pretty good. The fight looked okay. It's just when you pause it and you look at the textures.
I don't know. Like I think even in the looking at it, there was just something about it that just
it definitely looked flat.
Yeah, Thank you.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It looked flat.
It looked like it was made in Forge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the AR looked like it was made in Forge. That was the first thing I saw. I thought when I saw it.
Yeah. And if that's gonna be a fucking Xbox exclusive, you better fucking give me the.
Yeah, because like Gears 5 looked way better than that. Like, Gears 5.
Gears 5 looked way better than that.
Yeah. Shit. And it came out a year before.
Well, they just better come right, because and then they released that comment a few weeks back. If we were in the business of selling consoles, we would have already been on top of some shit. And it's like, really? Then
they said what?
You don't remember them saying? No. I'll look it up right now, because it was like, are you really gonna just say that?
Yeah, that I don't know what that means.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. But other than that, we're playing. As I look for this, where Miami's playing the Bucks right now as we speak, right?
How's the game going?
The score is fucking. I'll tell you right now. Fuck, I'm looking for two things now. No, it's actually just started. Oh God, okay. No, but the Bucks are up 10 points. They're being bad.
Okay.
21-11. It's all good. But yeah, like what a Microsoft rep said. I forgot who it was.
Mm-hmm.
If they were, hold on, I'm looking at it now. Again into this shit. But yeah, it was along the lines of that. That if they were into the business of selling consoles, because people started after the whole Halo thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you didn't see that, man. But yeah, bro, it came across the same thing as the last time before the Xbox One came out, that the guy was like, well, if you don't like it, you can still play the Xbox 360.
Yeah,
if you don't like it, you can go somewhere. Like, that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I don't know what he means, but from what I know is Xbox isn't really the biggest priority for Microsoft.
It isn't.
And I heard that they were trying to sell it off when the Xbox One wasn't doing good.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard they're trying to sell it off. Just like they're sold off pretty much everything else.
Yeah, have you noticed that?
Yeah, Microsoft, they have so much money, they can just drop something.
That's crazy. Imagine if, the Xbox just goes away.
Yeah, they were kind of trying to.
After this generation or something.
Yeah, well, Sony, PlayStation is one of the biggest divisions, so, they definitely put a lot more into it.
See, okay, this was the thing. We're not trying to sell more consoles than Sony and the PS5.
They can't.
We're doing something else.
Yeah, they can't. They really can't.
Yeah, they really, really can, man. And I'm not here to say that. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this one's better than the other one. Because I always found those arguments retarded.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you just can't. They've proven time and time again. And I'll tell you something. I think, for me, when the 360 and the PS3 came out, I felt like the tides were really changing.
Yeah.
Because I saw this, the 360 was a bad motherfucker when it came out, bro. It had awesome exclusives, which at the time we thought were going to fucking be exclusives.
Yeah.
it was, the first HD console. It did all these things.
Right.
But then slowly it lost its gas.
It did. And yeah, it's just probably Microsoft running it like a business. Whereas Sony, I don't know, they didn't make a lot of those studios. They bought Naughty Dog, they bought Sucker. Those are all bought studios.
But don't you feel that they cater to the fans a lot?
Who?
Sony?
Yeah.
To a degree, because there's still things that they don't give us, like backwards compatibility.
Yeah, just like they said, if you want to use because the Xbox, you use your last gen controllers on current gen. They're kind of grilling Sony about not being able to use your PS4 controllers on PS5 games, and they're like, I don't know, I'm not sure if there's a quote, but it kind of seemed like the Bio 360, like that was their kind of moment with that too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a quote.
They said something along the lines of, if you want to get a full experience, the next gen experience, you'd want to play.
Do you really want to be blowing into your controller? like the
DS,
like the DS did that in 2005. It's not really. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of the cooler features about those controls that I've heard, I haven't even. Yeah. Like, I don't know where the source came from. Someone just told me. Mm-hmm. Is like, let's say you're playing a game and you're shooting. Right. And the bullet gets gets jammed. Like the trigger won't. Like your trigger stops working.
I want to see how that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how that shit's implemented.
Yeah, I want to see how that is, and if it's annoying.
Yeah, and if it's annoying as fuck or what.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like that haptic feedback, that means that it's gonna be all around. The vibration's gonna be all around the control, not just on like the bottoms. No,
it already kind of is. Like the vibration already kind of is all around the.
No, but right. But if you tear one of these things open, the weight is on like this side.
Yeah, I don't know. The Switch has the 3D thing, if that's what you're talking about, where you feel it on the top and on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does. Like, 3D rumble.
And what? It's not that big a deal.
A lot of the pro gamers turn off vibration when they play shooters and shit.
Why?
I don't know.
I wish somebody would answer that question for me. Like, why do they turn off?
Yeah, pro gamers are weird.
Hey man, so if they're considered a pro at something, they do weird shit. Yeah. Like, fucking, I don't know. Everyone has like their little rituals. Like, I remember in Miami-Dade when I tried playing basketball for them, one of the dudes had to eat like, I think it was like a small bowl of like, I think either cereal or mac and cheese before every game. Yeah. And it was like his ritual. Like, to this day, anytime that I play ball, I don't tie my laces until right before I start to play. Yeah. Like, it's weird.
I think the vibrations, something about latency, or it distracts them. I don't know.
It causes latency. Damn, dog, pero de pinga. Like, how much latency do they like? Yeah, they want like instant movement.
That's why they all play with wired controllers.
I've heard that too.
Mm-hmm. I prefer wired, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the same reason?
Nah, just like I don't want to be charging the shit. You know, just play it. And my house, when I'm gaming, even in my couch is like less than 6 feet away from the TV.
Yeah, that's true.
And my desk, obviously not. So yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I never knew how long the Dreamcast controller cord was until I connected it back the other day.
It's not that long, right?
No, it is fucking really long.
It is?
From mind you, my TV sits on top of a dresser and is easily 4 feet from where I'm sitting. The TV itself and the Dreamcast is behind the TV. Right. And I can sit on my bed, for example, and have the cord sit comfortably in my hand. Like, the controller feels normal. Right. But yeah, man, super crazy, super crazy.
Yeah, yo, just I don't know. Next gen, I'm not. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to get a PS5 when it comes out.
Of course not.
I think there's gonna be shortages.
I signed up to get it. You know, the fucking heads up when you pre-order it, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that shit. Berto has the balls to say he's trying to get two
PS5 and sell one.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's one of those.
He is.
He's gonna sell it in like one of those Venezuelan electronic stores.
One of those
down here where we live. In the malls, you go to these tech stores owned by like Venezuelan people.
Yeah,
when the PS4 launched,
and it's not It's not us picking on Venezuelan people.
That's just what it is.
It's just exactly. It is what it is. Like everybody knows it as like Venezuelan tech spots.
I'm sure in other parts of the country it will be other people.
Yeah, I think in
it's just where we're
remember
at.
the Zohan, the
it was Israeli store.
Yeah, Israeli stores trying to sell electronics.
Yeah,
but here instead of it being like old electronics, it's like PS4 for fucking $800. What?
Yeah. When it first launched, like the Switch was like $600. They're like, yeah.
And the thing wasn't like the Switch like widely available?
I don't remember.
No, I remember the Wii, dog. I remember the year the Wii came out.
Yeah.
Holy Christ! I was working at Costco, and I remember that store opened at 9:00,
mm-hmm.
right? And mind you, this was like during the holiday season.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember them coming out with 2 crates of Wiis stacked. They were gone within 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, they really. I'm surprised they didn't get better with projections.
Yeah,
with
seriously.
forecasting,
like what is like? I understand this year with the whole Corona shit. Which, by the way,
yeah,
I don't know whoever's listening to this if you guys have noticed the time frame that anytime we've made a show, how bad it's gotten with this Corona shit. We first started thinking it's not gonna be that bad, and then it blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made our last show before this. It was already rampant. Now the streets have gone insane with protests.
Yeah,
and fucking people. It's crazy. But let me not fucking get off of the curb here. What were you saying?
Yeah,
they're not good with projections. And yeah, the Wii was selling out like crazy when it came out.
I feel like you'll be able to get an Xbox fairly easily this year.
Yeah,
I feel like you will. Maybe, I don't know, because I hear that it's pretty close in America, the sales. Mm-hmm. But Europe and obviously Japan it's way more to PlayStation.
Oh, of course,
way more.
But you know what's the thing though, and honestly, because this is the whole thing with tech. At the same time, a lot of people are going to be turned off by the look of the Xbox.
Yeah, the PC tower look.
Yeah, like, well, I don't even feel if it looks too PC. It just looks like a
your sub,
like a subwoofer.
Mm-hmm.
While the PS5 looks like a sexy, angled alien.
When they see how big it is in person, that's what I want to see.
No, yeah,
most that shit's like a model building.
Holy shit!
It's like a model Shanghai building.
No, but exactly, like it looks like a piece of like. So they try to make it look artistic and curvy and sexy.
Right.
That's I remember I got into that argument years ago when the HTC G1. When the G1 came out and the iPhone came out, Amanda was telling me, bro, people just don't like that fucking G1. It looks ugly. It's an ugly phone, while the iPhone looks sexy. And it's at the end of the day, it's true. Mm-hmm. It's true. That's why now every phone looks the same.
Yeah,
a thin piece of glass on both sides.
Yeah, I prefer curved phones. It's not popular, but I fuck with them. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think the PS5 is just gonna sell. I think
it's off hype alone off the PS4. It's definitely gonna sell. Because let's be real, a lot of people with the PS4, they're not playing Last of Us. They're playing 2K, they're Call of Duty. That's just like the hot console to play that on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where the marketing deal is.
And
that's where all the players are.
That's true.
PlayStation is almost 100 million consoles, I think. So,
God.
Yeah, and The Last of Us only sold like 5 million, I think.
Really?
Something like that, yeah.
But supposedly Ghost of Tsushima.
It was only 3.
Really? But wasn't one of those like the high... I know one was higher selling than the other.
Yeah, well, it's the best selling new IP.
Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but then which one was... The Last of Us sold what? The highest selling like first week?
Something like that. Yeah, and then the sales dropped.
Yeah. Even though I still go back to that game.
I haven't gone back to it in a while, but it's a good game. Yeah. It's my game of the year so far.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have anything to do with story, to be honest.
Not even close, no.
I feel as if like Sony is now introducing a new gameplay element.
Yeah, which one?
The one where you're running, you can sneak into things.
Yeah,
they did it. They did it in Ghost of Tsushima, and they did it in
which I appreciate.
Yes, I like it is a great mechanic. And if it's been used in other games, cool. If it's been used in the PC, cool.
I don't know which other games did it.
Yeah, neither do I. But I find that dope.
Like there's games where you go to get to the next area doing that, but not like mid-map.
But not not running and then you just fucking like
to get away.
Yeah, I love that about The Last of Us.
Yeah,
and I like
cool.
that gameplay element. It's
that's really cool.
Yeah. And you know,
I
truly believe they could have used it in Metal Gear.
I liked it more than Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, you finally got
I didn't beat it, but
neither did I. Finished the first act, and I'm sorry, but it got too repetitive.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like the unlockables, I feel as if you really get into that game, you have so much to do. Yeah. You can unlock the costumes, you can unlock a bunch of shit, but the thing is that the game is it's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's like the same shit over and over and over and over. Like, oh, here's some. You know what it felt like. And not trying to take anything from Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is a completely different animal on its own. But it felt like the same map as Spider-Man. You remember how in Spider-Man you found book bags, you found secret photography, but then you also had the gang hideouts.
Yeah.
You had all this and that, and then you had random encounters.
Mm-hmm.
Same shit with Ghost of Tsushima. Open world, you find secret fox dens.
Right.
You'd unlock different costumes. You get randomly attacked.
Right. Well, I see it more as like a more bare bones yet more hardcore Assassin's Creed, because Assassin's Creed on hard is easier than Ghost of Tsushima on medium.
Get the fuck out.
Like the controls are the same. Like it's the same at least for Origins. The controls are the same for the combat. It's just the AI is just nowhere near as brutal. Because like one slice will fuck you up. The counter window is way more precise.
Ghost that shit.
It's not like Batman where you press Y and you zip across the other side of the screen and block the guy's move. Like Ghost, you have to time it. It's really, I don't really see it as like a parry game.
Like, you don't?
Do you?
Well,
you could do it, but like.
No, I feel as if that game is super like
you have to just
counter,
move in time.
Yeah, it's moving and like angles to a degree too, because there's certain characters that you have to get to like the side of them to like get a good hit on them. And
well, Assassin's Creed, you just counter
and just beat the shit out of them.
Slice. The world, there's way more to do. The world is more interesting. They do the similar shit with the camps, and then you get randomly invaded and the collectibles. Oh, that's the same. It's just Ghost has better combat, which I honestly.
And I'll tell you something. It's a very beautiful game. You don't think?
After playing PC, I can't say it.
But no, yeah,
it just looks bad. Well, you have the Pro, so I never.
Look, you know what? After the show,
I've never seen it on the Pro, but on the regular PS4,
you're telling me on the regular one,
bad.
it was that frame rate.
The frame rate is bad. That's why I kind of stopped playing it. I'll probably wait for the PS5 version. Or the PC version.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should definitely check it out.
Because Sony did announce that they're bringing more first parties to PC. So,
damn.
So yeah, it's gonna be good. I think they're just gonna do like years after, like 2-3 years later, after it sells its millions on PlayStation, they're gonna bring it to PC.
Yeah, and at least the people on PC will just buy it for like $15.
Horizon launched at $50.
What?
Yeah, the Game of the Year edition.
But it's the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
But still, $50 is a lot of money, though.
Yeah.
I would at least sell it for like 40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. You know who wouldn't sell it for 40? Nintendo.
Oh, no. Nintendo. Honestly, Nintendo, y'all can kiss my ass on both sides of my ass cheeks. Because, óyeme, not all... Oye, primeramente, don't come at me with your fucking horrible shit of that Mario 35th anniversary. Let's get everybody's fucking panties wet with the fucking Super Mario 35th anniversary. Y te tiran la mierda esa where you need to have their online to be able to buy the game.
What? That's the Disney Plus Mulan all over again. Then.
Yeah, that's what the fuck that $60.
So let me break this down, guys. I don't know if you guys are familiar. If you guys are familiar with the Wii, the DS, the Wii U, the 3DS and the Wii U, they had this thing called the Virtual Console, which they took away in favor of that service, which I'm not going to shit on. The service, $20 a year. You get a bunch of pretty much every first party Super Nintendo and NES game. I fuck with that. But it was cool to buy NES. It would be cool to own those games individually on your Switch. But
wait,
if
so you can't. Wait.
Yeah, you can't own Super Metroid individually on the Switch. You have to just subscribe to the
That's
service.
horrible. So it's like a Stadia.
Yeah, it's like the Game Pass of Nintendo, but just really old games. Like Game Pass Ultimate for Nintendo. But it's just NES and SNES games. But back then, in the Wii, you'd be able to buy a game for like Metroid, Super Metroid, Mario 64, all that stuff. Too bad it didn't transfer over to your 3DS or Wii U account because each console was separately. So I assume Nintendo is just too behind to figure that out, and that's why they're doing the subscription shit. That's my assumption because they're really just a backwards company. So in the Virtual Console, N64 games were $10. Mario 64, all right, that's 10.
Right.
Wii games on the Wii U were $20. Mario Galaxy, that's $19.99. There weren't GameCube games on Virtual Console, so let's just say that's 15. The game should be $45 according to Nintendo's old logic.
Oh my god, yeah, $45.
But now they're charging you $20 for a 64 game, $20 for a GameCube, and $20 for a Wii game, which is insane to me. $60 for 3 old school games is insane today when you have the Tony Hawk collection, which is, it's not just the same old game. They added features from newer Tony Hawk games, like the revert. They added the manual in Tony Hawk 1, the wall ride, the wall jump, a bunch of features. They added new challenges, and they redid the entire game from scratch.
And by the way, the only thing that I've griped about that Tony Hawk is how the character models look. Because when they said that they're going to give us the original, or old school skins. Yeah,
classic.
I understood, the classic skins from
Tony
the first
Hawk with
one.
the gray shirt.
Yeah,
and the cargos.
But no, they give me this 1980s looking Tony Hawk. It's the same guy. He looks 50 years old with a fucking wig.
Yeah, because Tony Hawk in the 80s was like a skinny ass, tall kid.
Yeah, he wasn't Tony Hawk in 2020.
Yeah, he's
with
got
a wig
these
on.
broad shoulders now. Like Tony Hawk in the 80s was not eating.
He was a teenager. He was a kid.
Yeah, he was a kid.
Yeah. The fuck? But anyways.
But yeah, Spyro, 3 games, $40. Completely redid from scratch. The gameplay is pretty much the same, but like completely redone visually. $40, 3 games. Crash, same thing. But then you got Nintendo giving you 3 straight up ports, not even enhanced really. Because I heard Mario 64 was not widescreen. And I saw the trailer. They have a 60 frame option on YouTube to watch it, and the only 60 frame game in that trailer was Galaxy, which was 60 frames when it came out. So Sunshine and 64 are still 30 and 20 frames respectively.
Yeah, there's some, I've been thinking about this a long time. Like Nintendo, I don't know what it is about. Like, I feel as if they don't want the industry to grow.
Yeah.
Deep down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they want to keep video games to like a child's market.
Yeah.
I feel that. Like, I just feel they do. Because even their semi-serious games that I've seen, still super kiddie. And I don't need, and honestly, and I'm not even talking about, like, we need a fucking The Last of Us on Nintendo. Pero coño, like,
Yeah.
appeal to a broader audience.
Like, I don't know. I guess those games appeal to all ages. I guess that would be their defense. But
I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels the same.
No, you're not.
When I say, I'm tired of fucking Mario doing different things. And his entire cast of friends. It's like dealing with Disney over and over and over and over and over and over again.
As long as it's different, I'm fine with it. The Breath of the Wild, I feel like it's a very...
I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
I liked it, but I didn't like it. It's like it's not a good Zelda game in my opinion, but it's a good game. And they pushed the formula of the series forward. They changed it, so I'll give them props.
They announced
it's a really detailed game.
Did you see how they announced a new one that takes place like 100 years before Breath of the Wild? It's the same people who I think made that other game on the Wii U that was Zelda.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah, I don't like those games.
You don't like?
It's just Dynasty Warriors with Zelda. It's just because they have a One Piece version of that. They have a Berserk version of. It's literally a copy paste into Dynasty Warriors. No, Gundam Warriors, Fist of the North Star Warriors. Yeah, they have a bunch of.
So it's just a title with Warrior. They're the Funko of fucking.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like freaking. I'm gonna get shot for this for real, but the Soul series, like, they try to sell me Bloodborne like it's a new IP, but it's just fucking Dark Souls in a goth setting. Like, so we got a new IP. That's not a new IP. That's just
the same game.
Yeah,
but with a bunch of pissed off, sad teenagers.
And then they got the Elden Ring, which is the George R.R. Martin Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I want to see what it plays like.
With a dark skin.
What are they going to play? Like, what else is From Software going to make right now? Like, I want to see what it plays like. To be fair, I hear Sekiro is different because it's not an RPG. You don't level up your weapon and stuff like that, I heard. You're with one weapon the entire game. But as far as the other ones, yeah. Yeah, no. They're kind of like a one-trick pony so far. And they've made a lot of games. Like, back then, they made a lot of games. Like, variety.
Who is this?
From Software.
From Software. What else did they make?
They made Chrome Hound. They made a few 360 exclusives like Chrome Hounds, Ninja Blade, which was like Ninja Gaiden meets God of War. Yeah, they made a few. They made a lot of games.
Like a bunch of different types.
Yeah, now it's just Souls.
Not the same formula with different skins.
Yeah, like they're like, oh, you guys playing milk shit like Halo and Call of Duty. Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, what are you playing? I'm playing Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and Sekiro. Oh, so you're playing the same game?
No, I heard a guy be like, oh, yo, I'm getting a PS5 for Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and Elden Ring. I'm like, all right, 2 old games and a multiplayer?
That's it?
Nah, like, there's better reasons to get a PS5 than just a 10-year-old, well, remaster of a 10-year-old game. I don't know.
Yeah, man. And I know that Spider-Man isn't a full game, and it's Spider-Man, but fuck. It's gonna be new.
It's still new, yeah. It's a new thing.
That's right. Yeah, man. I honestly got into the fucking like HD remakes and the fucking remakes and the reboots and the re-res.
Yeah.
Like deep into the life of the consoles.
Yeah.
Like that's how you have to do it, honestly.
Yeah, because when I first got the Xbox, I'm like, I want to play Sunset Overdrive, where there's like 1,000 enemies on screen. Dead Rising 3, thousands of enemies.
Exactly.
I couldn't do that on the 360. Like.
Exactly. You couldn't do any of that shit.
Yeah, just like.
So why in the fuck am I gonna put a 360 game in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, backwards compatibility is cool, but off rip, I'm not gonna jump into backwards compatibility. Like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, out right now. I wish I can put a PS3, PS2, or PS1 game in my PS4.
Right.
But at the same time, what would I do that for?
Right.
Like, how long am I gonna play the original Spider-Man game?
Right.
On my PS4.
There's rumors that the Miles Morales is coming with an enhanced version of that. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oof, I would love to see what.
Yeah,
because that game was beautiful too.
With with ray tracing and stuff like that.
It'd be dope if they threw in like new little animations and shit like that for Spider-Man. Like the ones that you were telling me that they did in Spider-Man 2, where he'd hang like upside down.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd add stuff to the. I don't know if they'd add stuff to the game though. Those things probably will be in Miles, but not in the remaster.
Not for Spider-Man's. Man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just really looking forward to these fucking consoles.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see, dude.
Yeah, because I always said it. The big jump wasn't really from PS3 to PS4. Like that one. That I'm just saying PS3 to PS4 just because I'm talking about it. The big jump on consoles will be this one. I really believe it.
You think so?
I think this will be a way bigger jump because don't get me wrong, there was pretty games on here, like Red Dead and fucking Hellblade, and, Spider-Man, like we mentioned, and a whole bunch of other games. But I know it's like gonna be this much closer to getting better. Like this gen, I think I'm gonna be really blown away. But what I'm gonna see, at least, I'm excited for it. Fuck it.
Well, I feel that there shouldn't be any 30 frames games anymore.
Really?
They should just abolish that. Please.
But like, what if they use it for like What if that is used for a purpose?
I'd say lower to 1080p.
The game itself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
I don't need 4K.
Yeah. So it can really look like...
Yeah. Or
like
give
what
me
they're trying to push. Whatever
yeah.
they're trying to push.
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that.
Yeah, that's why the S is looking pretty good. Because it's going to be lower... Well, it's a lower GPU, so it's not like it could push any more anyways. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I want to see how far the sports game is going to come, come through, because that's one type of game that I look at, and it's it's not like open world games where you need 100,000 things going at one time, and you have to sacrifice graphics. With those games, you can push so much into them. That's why, for example, like, have you seen the what was trending? EA dropped the NFL or dropped NFL, or no, NFL dropped EA. I'm sorry.
Finally.
Yeah, it was trending. The hashtag.
Is it real or is it people wanting it?
No, people for real trending. Like, it was trending. Like,
did it happen though?
No, it hasn't happened.
Okay. So people are wanting it.
Well, yeah, people wanting it to happen. That, if they do that and have like real competition in the football field, it'll be great. It'll be great. I would love to see ESPN football 2K21, 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
I would love to know how long the contract is for between EA and the NFL.
Shit.
And the thing is, like, with the popularity of NBA 2K, you'd think the NFL would be like, hey, that company knows what the fuck they're doing.
Shit. Why don't we sign with them? I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know. I could tell that just corporations in general, the corporations are out of touch.
Video game nation.
Yeah, they're just out of touch.
They're totally. And the thing is that by this time, how old are some of those people in those like marketing groups?
Yeah.
Like, how old are they? Like, really?
Yeah.
Because I'm already in my 30s, and do they still not know how to fucking market?
Xbox has some of the worst marketing.
Really?
In my opinion.
Yeah, because they don't even try to remember.
No,
they're not trying to sell consoles.
They have the worst. Like, they have a new IP and they don't run ads on YouTube. They don't do anything until like a week before it launches. Like,
unless it's a gargantuan game.
Yeah, unless it's Halo or Gears.
Gears. Yeah,
they don't market it.
Yeah, because if it's Gears or Halo,
it'll be on a Monster energy drink.
Yeah, Monster and Mountain Dew and fucking the Frito
like, those
chips.
games don't even need marketing. Like, everyone knows what they are. So, like,
yeah,
what do you need marketing for? Like,
exactly. I actually, you want to know something cool though that I just read about Madden, that they're putting Colin Kaepernick back in.
I saw that. Yeah,
he hasn't been in since, what is it, 2016?
Yeah,
Madden 2016. That's pretty crazy.
So Madden is listening before the NFL.
Yeah, that's fucked up. It's true. Yeah. EA listened before fucking the NFL did. But they got their own shareholders and their groups, and you know how the NFL is.
Yeah.
Not trying to say much, but I'm just saying, the NFL is the NFL. But whatever. In other news, how I mentioned earlier, have you noticed how from the last time we recorded, how bad the situation had gotten with the corona?
Definitely.
And how from that recording to the one prior to that one, how it had grown from that.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, from the last one we made, it's gotten even worse than that. Like, the conspiracy theorists have exploded everywhere. And I think I mentioned the last time that we got on, but I really feel that conspiracy theories, if taken serious by how some of these politicians are taking it serious, can be the true downfall of a nation, because then nothing is what it is anymore. When you're dealing with conspiracy theorists, you are no longer dealing with things cut and dry. For example,
right?
Nah, there needs to be something there. Somebody's making something about something somewhere going how. And it's so fucking stupid. Like, what do you want from it?
Right.
Because all you're gonna do is just every one of these conspiracy theories lead up to the same thing, with like people at the top. It all, and I'll say this because 15 years ago when I got into fucking conspiracy theories and I was 18 years old, it was the same story. Except guess what? It wasn't the Democrats, it was the Republicans this time.
Yeah.
They go to their fucking sanctuary in California in the mangroves or whatever the fuck it was. Bohemian Grove, and they'd sacrifice their babies to the owl god that Alex Jones was at.
Yeah, now he's like pro all those guys.
Yeah, now he's for all those guys?
No, like he was talking about the police state, and now Trump is literally sending covert police in vans to just straight up kidnap people in unmarked vehicles to kidnap people without reading them the rights or anything. And arrest people like that.
What I want to know is, like, what happens to those people? Like, have they gotten out?
I don't know.
Like, have they truly disappeared? Like, what the fuck? It's as if, you know what it feels like? It's as if, like, people from the future are coming back and kidnapping these people because they know they're the ones going to be causing
fucking Tenet.
Yeah. Fucking Tenet. Tenet is happening for real. But the only difference is we can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, you could understand the stupidity.
Fucking van!
Yeah, the stupidity in a lot of this shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that a lot of the quote unquote protesters, because honestly, I feel that a protest right now is just opening. It's just open grounds for anyone to come in and fuck shit up.
Yeah, man, that's the
people
bad
are just taking advantage.
Like
of
it no longer is like people standing up for black folks and black people's rights. Like it's
and a lot of the people I see doing this shit are white.
Yeah, it's a bunch of white kids.
Yeah,
which reminds me, it's funny that when people protest, they call the police and all this shit, but when a fucking college championship team or a national hockey team wins a fucking thing and all the people run in the streets and tear down lampposts and flip fucking cars, it's like, oh no, they're just celebrating and it got a little wild.
Yeah.
What? I think the counter argument to that would be, they're not looting. Yeah, but they're still destroying shit.
Yeah.
My tax dollars.
Again, dude, just they rioted that first time when George Floyd died. After that, they panicked and arrested the guy. So now they gave people the impression, hey, all you gotta do is fucking riot. And that's when justice will be served. And now they're not biting, so the riots just keep happening.
Exactly. Now, exactly. Now it's...
Because when Trayvon, when Zimmerman got found innocent, that the stalking thug, George Zimmerman, he got found innocent, there weren't riots. All the police killings before George Floyd, they weren't riots. But the second there was a riot, that's when the guy got arrested and justice was served.
Exactly.
It's a big coincidence.
You tell me, that's a great point. That's a great point because
that's why people keep doing it.
Exactly. That's the mentality. You show people that if this is what we have to do to get shit done, then guess what? Because before this, there was plenty of peaceful protests. There were plenty. Remember when this football player knelt? Yeah. And everyone lost their shit over it?
Yeah, you went to 2. I went to 1 peaceful protest.
Yeah, I went to 2.
Yeah.
And the second one that I went to was with you.
Yep.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Except for, guess what? Someone tried to run over people.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do. No one was inciting anything. We were protected by the police. But that one person decided, hey, I don't have to fucking listen to you people.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. And...
Yeah. It's just a lot of BS. And I see people like, oh, why ain't y'all complaining about black on black crime? Or about this white guy who shot a police officer? Number one, why are you asking what Black Lives Matter thinks when a black police officer gets shot by a white man, but not asking Blue Lives Matter? Blue Lives Matter isn't championing this guy's death, number one. And number two, the guy who shot him got arrested. Black Lives Matter is only saying Ahmaud Arbery's name and all these other people's name. Well, I guess his people got caught, or is that still going on?
Yeah, I think they're still trying to. They're still under.
That guy probably is gonna. Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna say anything, but these other police killings, they're saying these people's names because the injustice, like Breonna Taylor, for instance, they're saying that because those guys are still walking free. The guy who fucking killed that black cop is arrested. How does the fact that they're pretty much marching for injustice, dude? How does that fly over your head? Like, a lot of people are just willfully ignorant, man, and it's just, you can't really reason with people like that. It's just terrible. Yeah,
man. It's disgusting, and honestly, like how we were saying, most of the people causing these issues now, you can tell that they're really not for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, and even the black ones you see, like, let's be real, a lot of those are probably bangers. We're like, oh shit's starting up here, I'm gonna go here, and
yeah, it's
that
probably
gives bangers an excuse.
It's probably people who are already up to no good. Like, you can't sit here and be like, oh, they just went out there to fucking do shit. You know, no, because like how Jeff said, it's just opportunistic people, and I'm not saying either race. I'm not saying black or white.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that there's people out there who were already into fucking illegal shit, and they said, like I said before, they're opportunistic, and they just decided to fuck shit up.
Yep.
Because what the fuck does Black Lives Matter have to do with a bunch of motherfuckers running into a Louis Vuitton and stealing everything?
Right.
What the fuck does Louis Vuitton got to do with fucking Black Lives Matter?
Unless they were mad about their face mask with the black lips.
True.
The black face mask, the hoodie or whatever.
Or Gucci
it was.
with the fucking black face
Gucci. Yeah. Yeah. All of them. All of them are racist.
Yeah.
But yeah. And let's be real. I saw this video of this black guy assaulting some white person. Oh, Black Lives Matter. This is your Democrat. You really think that guy is that guy cares about Medicare for all?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that guy is talking about like unions and workers' rights and immigrant. Like, you think the guy with his pants to his knees,
exactly, who's just attacking this random ass dude, in the middle of a fucking riot,
hood,
is gonna sit there the next day and be like, well, the provisions that we need for no, he's not gonna sit there and do that shit. No.
Yeah,
no.
And you got like people...
look at the real leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement, and look what they're saying. Yeah, you know, you can't use these horrible examples.
Yeah, then there'll be
I was actually one of the Black Lives leaders movement. One of the Black Lives Matter leaders. He I remember it was misquoted to me. They're like, oh, he said that he wants to tear down the system if they don't change it. He can't do that. It's like, well, do you understand? Like, do you understand the broad context of system when he says it? Like, do you understand what he means by the system when he says it? He's talking about the system that oppresses people. He's not talking about democracy.
Yeah.
He's not talking about the stock market. He's not talking about any of that shit.
Yeah.
He's talking about the mentality and the way people revolve, you know, around other people and treat other people, you know. But, you know, not this bullshit we're gonna run out and steal a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of misquotes on both sides. People misquote the right too. I'm not gonna.
No, of course. That's why I can comment on both sides, like how we've just.
Yeah, like I don't like Antifa.
Yeah, I'm not with that Antifa.
We actually just had the first Antifa death, like the first Antifa like murder last week, I think.
Yeah,
he killed a Boogaloo. I don't know if he was a Boogaloo boy, but he was a Patriot prayer. It was this guy. He was walking around with a baton and pepper spray. He was just walking, and this Antifa guy came up and shot him. They say something happened before. If it did, it was well before, and it was It was definitely premeditated. But that's like the first. Yeah, we had the first Antifa killing.
Yeah, but even then, like, look like most of them. I see those Antifas, and I'm like, yo, you a bunch of bitches too, though. Like,
yeah, definitely. No, a lot of them were soy boys.
A bunch of what?
Soy boys.
What's that?
Like, well, it's based on a fake thing, because a lot of chuds, like, you know, conservative shill kind of guys, like bro kind of guys, they said that soy makes you grow bitch tits and estrogen, but they got that from a blog, which is not a peer-reviewed study. A blog about sheep, how sheeps react to estrogen, and sheeps have like 9 stomachs and shit. Like, it's completely different,
crazy shit.
Yeah, completely different shit. It's completely unfounded. And since a lot of liberals are vegetarians, and a lot of liberals, let's be real, are kind of femboys, they call them soy boys. And that's kind of the term that people use, and a lot of the Antifa are soy boys.
Yeah, you look at them, they're all like, "We're gonna fucking get you, man." Yeah, and it's like, what? Word?
Yeah, Antifa.
Word.
It's stupid.
Nah, bro. Like, nah, man. Like, we can't. I don't know, bro. I guess it's
like
crazy.
they do like property damage and they throw a milkshake at you.
And the crazy thing is, like, with the Antifa people, it's just like a bunch of privileged white people.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of privileged ass white kids that just go out and they think that it's fucking. That like, yeah, we can definitely help black people. Mm. It's like, no, you fucking can't because you don't know how to.
Yeah.
You should listen to them. Listen to the black folks, and then act.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Don't fucking come in here with all your extra shit. Mm-hmm. And, you know, because what you're doing is harming the cause.
Yeah.
And harming the movement.
Definitely.
Rather than actually progressing it and moving it forward. You know, but. It is what it is, bro. And you see that shit everywhere. You see it everywhere. And it's a horrible thing. I think, you know, how we were watching that, what Joe Rogan said about Joe Biden and all that shit.
With the flashlight?
Yeah, with the flashlight thing. He's the same one that I forgot where I think he said it. That, now I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it was along the lines of like, that type of shit where it's like, oh, there's this bro dude and you know, vegans are a bunch of bitches, y esto lo otro. And it's just like that type of fucking mentality is just, you know, like, why do you need that? Mm-hmm. You're just causing more problems. But whatever. I lost my train of thought. I just decided to keep going.
Trump retweeted a video on Joe Rogan shitting on Biden. When Trump himself suffered a stroke, they asked Mike Pence about it. He didn't say no. He didn't say, his answer was Trump is in good health. And when they asked him, did Trump suffer a stroke or whatever the fuck they asked him, the fact that he didn't answer tells me he fucking did. And we saw those videos of him failing to walk up the stairs, one side, not being able to lift water.
But hold on, like how he said, it was wet, it was at an angle.
There's videos of Biden riding a bike fast as fuck today.
But then Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe.
He's Sleepy Joe. No, Joe Biden is definitely slower. Like, I forgot who it was. He thought he was talking to Chris Cuomo, but he was talking to someone else. Admitted, like, at the end of the interview.
Oh my God. How embarrassing.
In an interview defending his cognitive ability. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad.
Bro, United States.
But
see where we're at.
Everything he said before was more coherent than, like, Trump he said, I forgot what it was, but it was something about origin or of corona or some shit. He called it oranges. So, you know what? That proves Eminem's point that stuff does rhyme with orange.
Exactly.
And it was President Trump.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but like I've seen his interviews and like he pauses. Mm-hmm. He fucking pauses in the middle of just saying something.
Yeah. And
then he'll keep going. And then he'll stop. Like, it's an erratic.
Yeah. And he can never answer a question.
When you do public speaking, like something that, like, for example, and this is going to piss off a lot of the fucking Trumpanzees, but when you'd ever watch Barack Obama speak, he was very eloquent.
Yeah.
His speaking was very fluid. He'd pause at the right time.
So you can hang on to the words.
Exactly. Not the, well, you know, I bring in many things, and many things bring in me. What?
Yeah.
What are you saying, bro? I'm gonna bring coal back. He said he was gonna hire the minimum wage.
That's good.
Still hasn't. He said that back in 2016.
Of course. He said Mexico is gonna pay for the wall.
Yeah. Whatever, bro. I'm not. It's crazy because I haven't, like, I think I sent you that message. I haven't heard a word Joe Biden has said in these.
Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's just, you know.
No, but I mean, like, in the most recent stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't heard a word he's saying.
No, he's condemning the protests. I saw this black conservative guy say, "Oh, Biden's protest." Like a lot of these Black Lives Matter people think Biden's a white supremacist because like back then I used to fall into the partisan stuff where I'd be like, no, it was Republicans like Reagan who did the whole war on drugs. But it was bipartisan. Like Democrats and Republicans voted for the crack sentencing, which Obama and Biden lowered again during their administration. People don't talk about that, but Biden did. He did participate in a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
But let's be real. Len Bias died the year they passed that. And crack is a different. It's different than coke. The crack high.
No, yeah. Coke. Crack.
It should be a higher sentence, just not 1,000. It was like 100 times more or some shit.
Well, I guess at the time because crack was a new drug.
Yeah.
Like it was in the 80s. Crack.
They definitely blew the. It should maybe be twice as much.
Yeah. It should be where it should be a stage 1.
Yeah.
Like where fucking marijuana's at.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, because I've seen the meth. I believe meth should be up there.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the effects. Like I've seen the effects up close. And I'm not talking about, I can still go to the gym and shit, and I can still have a life. No, I'm talking about motherfuckers who lost their teeth, people who their fucking hair falls out, they got all fucking twitchy. You know, I can tell you some fucking stories about meth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and shit, a friend of mine died of heroin.
Right, yeah. Yeah, those are.
When I took a trip to New Orleans, I remember fucking at the top of some steps. Fucking, I get to the top. And I told him, Mom, I'm like, yo, take a picture of me at the top like Rocky, because it looks stupid. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I fucking get to the top and I'm doing my fucking stupid pose. And like from the left side.
In the picture?
Like in the middle of the picture. Like I'm like, yeah, like a fucking asshole. And there was like a big old like planter with a tree, like a big tree in it. And out of like the fucking side of it, like off to the view, like he stood up like fucking Frankenstein. Just this fucking hair, like this drug zombie.
Damn.
Like he looked like a fucking. Like he didn't say anything to me. He didn't say anything for that matter.
Right.
He just stood there like the fucking like a Resident Evil zombie. He just stood there.
Yeah. Just
kind of like shaking, half asleep, you know, back and forth. And I looked at him and I was like, "Time to go. That guy's not drunk."
Yeah.
And I rockied my ass down the steps.
Yeah.
Because, drugs are serious, and, you know. But you were saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just. There's an argument that Biden is a racist because he did vote for those policies. You know,
you ain't black if you don't vote for Biden.
No, yeah. I feel like
that shit.
Yeah.
He said that shit.
No, and he said that
Charlemagne.
He said some shit about Obama. He said something like he's a different, more articulate kind of black guy, like some shit like that. Yeah, like he's that kind of racist. He's not like black people are N-word. Like he's not that kind of racist, but he's more low key. He's still like the white guys or the. You know.
Yeah, he's
still in that old school mentality.
Yeah, he's not racist, but he will call a black person colored.
Yeah, colored, you know.
He won't say the N-word, but he'll say colored folks.
Yeah.
He'll
I don't even think Trump honestly is like do you think Trump is an N-word racist at least before he became president? Like before he became president, I feel like he would be more kind of like a Biden kind of racist.
Yeah.
You thought he was an N-word racist? Well, because he did like
not an N-word racist, but like how you said, like a Joe Biden type of racist, like those kind of guys that
they'll have a black friend.
Yeah,
they'll fuck a black woman.
They won't ever use the N-word, but
he wouldn't like. I don't know.
Like they'll say a lot of like racist shit, but like not in a serious tone.
Yeah,
like he doesn't mean it in a mean way. But yeah. It's just now the thing is that people who are like, even though that is still ignorant, I'm not gonna.
Well, Obama kind of crossed the line when he became president. That's when he stopped being a Democrat because Trump was a Democrat for a while, and then when Obama became president, like he's like, "White black guys are cool when they're below me," you know. That's what I think his racism is.
Yeah, that's how. That's true. But then that's like almost like an economic racism.
Exactly.
Would you say?
Because like he wouldn't sell certain homes to black people in the 70s.
Oh fuck!
Like
well, no, that's very racist.
Yeah,
he's dropping N-bombs, bro.
Yeah,
if he's not gonna,
a lot of those East Coast guys are straight up racist. Well, were at least.
Yeah, look, if he's not gonna sell to black folks, for sure, behind closed doors, he's dropping hard R's.
Well, his niece, her tell-all book, he was dropping hard R's.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I truly believe it. See, but Joe Biden, I don't think he'll ever drop.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dropping.
Like he'll say a sly thing that he doesn't. He
He
doesn't realize it's sly.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't even realize it's racist
shit. And then when like a black person will be looking at him like, what? He'll look at him like, oh shit, I am so sorry. Yeah. He seems like that, that kind of racist. But I don't know. I'm not. I can't speak for black folks.
Of course.
You know, I have black friends, and I can ask them. That's about it.
Right.
You know what? I think I'm gonna call Sav one day, and we can record. We can record. Have a session. We can ask him. Yeah. But even then, though, that's like Sav is like he's from Nigeria, so I don't know if he's ever really felt like
there's like a rift, man, between like the black American and black African.
You know, someone told me. Check this out. Someone told me, which I had to go back to Sav and ask him. Mm-hmm. Someone's like, bro, even Sav says it that you know, African people don't even like black people here in America. And I was like, what?
I've heard. No, because like there's a lot of like,
and honestly, I went never heard to Sav. I've heard that. Mm.
But you didn't believe that Sav said it, right?
Yeah, I went straight to Sav right after the conversation. And I was like, hey, did you ever say some shit like that? Or have you ever felt like this? He was like, fuck no.
Right.
Like, who the fuck said that shit?
Damn, that's terrible.
So it's like, yeah.
No, it's true because like
not only was I racist, you were stupid for saying it.
Because like I forgot what year it was or if it's still a statistic, but like the highest level of MBAs or some type of degree was to black Africans. Like they were like the new Asians in college, you know. Oh, because like when the Asians started going to college, they'd get the best scores. The Africans started coming in and getting the best scores.
Oh, like Africans
coming, getting like a scholarship here. Mm-hmm. They'd be performing the best, and yeah, a lot of them because they had families in Africa, and they had resources in Africa coming down here. The family unit's better, you know.
The economic situation is
exactly.
Better. See, but that's the thing. But see, that's the thing. There it goes again. That goes back to that socioeconomic thing, and that's something that there is such thing as racism. There is. And it's disgusting. But at the same time, mm-hmm. rich folks always benefit from all of this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. You know, and yeah, that racism is, economic. There's just economic displacement, man. Because when the black segregation ended, I'm sure white businesses probably bought black businesses. Or black businesses just couldn't compete with the white businesses because... Or
a bunch of racist people would show up and just destroy your fucking town. Tulsa, like happened in Tulsa and in fucking Rosewood, Florida.
Yeah, so... so, like, black people were actually better off during Jim Crow. Because they had their own... They had their own economy. Else.
And you know what's the fucked up part? And this people give me shit because I've said it a lot. Like, black folks that fucking... Like... And again, this is gonna sound mad racist towards white people, but have you ever noticed how when black people do something that white people do, they usually do it better?
Yeah, a lot of times.
Not only, but and then now look at Tulsa and look at those towns that we were talking about. Look at Tulsa. They had nothing. Mm-hmm. Those black people didn't have anything, and they worked their asses off to get to where they were at.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but then they were doing it better than the white people around them. That's why those white people came and destroyed the fucking town.
Yeah.
Talk about haterade.
Yeah.
It's just horrible.
But yeah, there's like a whole kind of sect of like black African feminists that kind of shit on black American men and black, you see it on like Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and they're from Africa?
Yeah, like first generation Americans from Africa.
Oh. Well,
there's this whole movement called FBA, Foundational Black Americans, where they believe that they should get reparations and not black Africans.
Oh, for real?
Because because black Africans, they didn't they didn't have a grandparent who worked 40 years their entire life and didn't get paid a single dime, and they couldn't pass their money to their kids. Africans, they had an African family in Nigeria or wherever.
Yeah, they just had their African family. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And they could go back to Africa because they have something to go back to. Like descendants of slaves, they go back to Africa. They don't know what part of Africa they came from.
Yeah, exactly. They don't have a past anymore.
Yeah,
then that's the worst part.
Like imagine like 100 years from now, someone worked for Microsoft, not even a slave, just worked a regular 40-hour week for Microsoft for 100 years, for 30 years, and didn't get paid. There'd be a freaking crazy shit where people would be like, yo, you gotta pay that person's family. Just like the guy, Bill Finger, the ghostwriter for the original Batman comics. His family didn't start getting residuals. They pretty much got their reparations when BVS came out in 2016.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because his family didn't get paid shit, and he created an icon, Batman.
Holy shit.
So
his family
that's how I
shit
feel like
2016?
Yeah, that's how I feel about like foundational Black Americans. Like, oh, these guys are just freeloaders, they want like free money. No, because like, although it's your grandparents having a job that isn't directly money to you.
My thing with the reparations is like, how do you distribute that?
That's what I don't know. Like we saw that Trump gave us like a check.
Like, are there yeah, but that was like that. It's a lot easier now because there's everybody. Yeah. But like, are there records? Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
Like how many families, how many bloodlines have survived?
I'm sure it's pretty easy to deduce just the Black people who you can't trace an immigrant parent to. If they don't have an immigrant parent, you may not know who their great was.
That's a start.
But,
that's a start. No, right, that's a start. But then the thing is, it's just like weaving through time, I guess you can say.
No, just again.
Because first you got to find all the people whose parents aren't immigrants, and then from there.
Yeah, it's fairly easy.
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just the immigrant thing. There'll probably be people who came in illegally and you didn't know. Like, there's ways to cheat it, obviously, but and again, I unfortunately don't think it will ever happen.
Yeah,
I just don't.
That's true.
And yeah, I just don't think it will happen, but it is the right thing to do, in my opinion. And if
we can give $1,200 to the entire United States,
yeah,
I think that we can at least give 40 acres and a mule to somebody.
Honestly, they deserve a lot. That's a lot of money to me. Working your entire life,
and then it's not even working your entire life. It's fucking
not even working.
It's generations.
Yeah,
it's generations of people. That's something that I tried to explain the math to somebody, because slavery started in 1619?
Yeah.
Here. Ended in 1876.
Yeah.
Because the last, June 19, 1876, right? That is 177 years, I believe. Right? Mm-hmm. It's 177 years. And this is just, okay, for example, our grandmother died when she was 74.
Yeah.
Right? So, let's say from 1619 till the day that our grandmother died, right? She worked.
Right.
But here's the thing, though. 1619 to the day she died means that she had to have worked from birth.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people didn't do that. So, like, let's say our grandmother got turned into a slave at the ripe age of 10 and worked, and then had our mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, by the time she had our mother, she was 15. Because remember, they had kids really, really, really young those days. 15, 16 years old. She kept working.
Yeah.
She had our mothers. Our mothers worked until they turned 15.
Yep.
And then they had me. My mom would have had my sister. And then waited another 9 years. I would have been born.
Yep.
Wait another 9 years. You would have been born.
Yep.
So just do the math. Like, that's an entire fucking family that would have lived and died.
Right.
Under, like, an entire, what is that? Our grandmother, our mothers, us.
Uh-huh.
That's already 3 generations of people.
Yeah. And people died younger back then, too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure slaves were mistreated and,
there was people who lived and died knowing just that. And that's honestly what breaks my heart, dog. Yeah. When I think about that like people, like, they lived and died thinking this will never end.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's motherfucking pieces of shit that were like, this ain't never gonna end.
Yeah.
Which is horrible. But fuck, man. That to me, and that's what when you do that math and you try to break that shit down to people, it's like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. It the amount of time, because that math came from me arguing with somebody about it. Like, oh, it happened so long ago. It's like, right, but
it's not that long.
It's not that long ago. Not only that, but then okay, yeah, slavery ended 200 years ago. But what happened with the 200 years after that?
Yeah.
When fucking they had to deal with Jim Crow laws and then segregation and a gang of shit. So, get the fuck out of my face.
And now they got, like, the way we fund schools and roads and stuff like that, I find kind of counterintuitive because it's all dependent on property taxes. So rich neighborhoods get better and poor neighborhoods get worse because, like, you have no resources because you got these poor ass houses with low property value. So that's why you got these shitty schools and shitty streets. And then people are like, oh, it's the Democrats. No, it's just the way America is.
Exactly. It's the Democrats. Like, come on, man.
No, they're like, oh, Democrat cities are the most violent. Yeah, because almost every city's fucking Democrat. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, of course, Democrat has the most peaceful cities, the most affluent cities, the most
Exactly.
They can claim, and cities are high population density, so of course there's going to be crime.
Yeah, exactly. I was in a red state. I lived in a fully red state. And, yeah.
It's all spread out.
Super spread out. Like, everything. North Dakota. It was North Dakota.
Yeah.
I lived in fucking North Dakota. And literally, everything in North Dakota is spread the fuck apart. Like, ugh. Like, the capital, which is Bismarck.
Yeah.
The closest place to that is an hour.
Wow.
The closest place to that is an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Which is, if you're looking at a map, the closest place to that, that's like a big city, is Fargo, which is to the right of it.
Yeah.
And that's on the border of fucking Minnesota.
Of course.
Like, on the border.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you really, like, is it really North Dakota?
So cities are where the most entertainment is, the most crime, the most fucking,
the most everything. You have the most access to everything.
Yeah.
Have you
stadiums are in the cities, right?
Exactly. Stadiums are in cities.
Yeah.
Arenas are in or like, when the fuck does anybody go to the fucking Bismarck, convention center? No one. No one. I can guarantee you people go to American Airlines Arena though.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you people go to Madison Square Garden.
Of course.
Staples Center.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even Utah.
Yeah. But you know what's a funny indicator they don't talk about? The poorest states are red states.
Yep. It's true. The poorest states are the red states.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they don't hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Because, like, crime, that's really the individual. While poverty, you have political factors that can play into that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Because I don't feel that people are just... Not all poor people are lazy, like a lot of people...
Fuck no,
want
man.
you to believe.
I know some poor fucking people that have 2 and 3 jobs.
Some are, But just like there's a lot of rich people who are trust fund babies.
Yeah, exactly. Who you tell me if any of these fucking rich sons of bitch kids, like those rich kids on Instagram, you think they really fucking work for anything that they show off? Yeah,
and then you got these like, oh, I'm my own boss. I work 80 hours a week. Yeah, you're just sitting in your pool answering emails. That's working? Like,
exactly. That's not fucking working.
These scam artists kind of motivational guys. Like,
yeah, these fucking guys are, whatever.
Pyramid scheme ass.
Yeah, man. But anywho's, we're, I know we're fucking late on it because everybody knows about it, but that Chad Boseman shit was sad, though.
Shit, yeah. Definitely.
That shit was a
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was super out of nowhere, man. That was just like Kobe.
Kobe was very out of nowhere.
It was like, I don't, because it was just so unexpected to see him die like that. And I remember when that picture came out with him with the hat, that he looked real gaunt and sickly.
Uh-huh.
I forgot who I told this to, but the first thing that I thought, at least me, was he's either getting thin for a role or he's sick.
Right.
When I saw comments, people, he's on crack, or he's on that flocka, or he's anorexic, or some shit.
Just memeing.
And say, y'all some assholes. Like, that's the first thing where your mind goes to. Drugs or fucking body dysmorphia.
Right.
He can't just be sick or fucking be doing it for a role. Because fucking Christian Bale turned into a fucking stick for the machinist or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was the machinist.
But I don't know, man. That is just really sad. And like I told Jeff last week, I had watched Black Panther, and I honestly got like emotional. I started crying because it was like, yo, through that movie, through Civil War, through Endgame, through Infinity War, through all that shit. He was fucking battling cancer.
Yeah.
Imagine that shit, though. Imagine doing anything that you do now with cancer.
Yeah.
Stage 3 and 4 cancer.
That's your brain on cancer, man.
Yeah, dog. That shit. I give him props because I haven't heard of a fucking basketball player. I haven't heard of a fucking any sports icon. Yep. Nobody ever do some shit like that.
Right.
And then he gave us great roles.
Yeah.
Not just Black Panther. Remember, he wasn't just fucking Black. He was Jackie Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah, He was James Brown, Jackie Robinson. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Jackie Robinson, and I mixed them both up. But yeah, he was James Brown. He was Jackie Robinson. He was I know he was another artist. I forget who else it was, but yeah, man, he gave us great roles. Not great roles, great performances.
Definitely.
And from what I understand, he was like a very he was very giving and very like wise about his times and shit like that.
Yeah.
Great actor, man. And I think they should just throw out the MCU now. Just throw it out, reboot it. Just forget about it. Because this year has just ruined almost everything.
It has.
Everything from comic books to the MCU movies to regular movies to fucking sports. Everything.
Right.
Bro, this shit is super whack, bro. Super, super whack.
Yeah.
From what I hear, because that whole arc in the Marvel Comics, the Empire thing, it just ended now. It was just last issue. That shit was supposed to come out like in March.
Shit.
Or like I'm sorry, like May or June. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It was supposed to start a while ago, and it ended now. And Spider-Man, now they even released a trailer for it, which I'm gonna be getting when it comes out. Is Amazing Spider-Man 850.
What's that, like a special issue?
No, yeah, it's issue 850, and they're making a big deal because it's a huge, like the thing, like holy shit, he made it to 850. I hope I get to get a Spider-Man 1000.
Yeah, that's definitely coming.
I hope I can get that one.
There's gonna be a bunch of covers. Hopefully they get McFarlane to do another cover.
That would be dope.
That'd be cool to get him to come back.
So what do you think of this? And me and Armando, when we were talking about Chad Boseman passing, we're like, bro, they gotta cast somebody. And they're like, how about the guy from Tenet? And it's just like, I've never seen who this guy is.
He's a good actor, man.
And he's like, yo, that's Denzel Washington's son. And I was like, what?
Yeah, he's a good actor.
So think about it. You know how they said it came full circle when Denzel Washington had paid for Chad Boseman's thing, and then he presented him with the award. Now it's going to come around in even more full circle when Denzel Washington's son plays the recasted T'Challa.
I wouldn't mind, but I hear they're gonna write him out rather than recast him.
Make sure he's Black Panther.
That's what I think. So.
I guess my idea is cooler. Yeah, but all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But that I understand that he was the iconic role, but I really do think that Denzel Washington's son. What's his name? I don't want to fucking not know his name.
I forgot already.
Not know Christopher. What?
It was John David Washington.
John David Washington. He was in
Black Klansman.
Black Klansman. Yeah.
Yep, he was good in that.
He really was. I
haven't seen him in anything else, but yeah, he's a good actor, dude.
The only thing is that he's not as tall as Chad Boseman.
Yeah, he's like 5'9". I had to look it up because there's like a 6'3" woman in Tenet.
Really?
I'm like, yo, is this guy a manlet or what? So I looked it up. He's a normal sized guy. It's just this lady's huge.
Who is she? She's
like some tall French actress. She's not like a Gwendolyn Christie kind of tall woman. She's like a feminine tall woman. she's a stick, yeah.
Elizabeth Debicki?
I think.
That's her?
Yeah.
Is she the huge tall lady?
She's like 6'3", dude.
She's 6'3". God damn. Holy shit. Oh no, forget it. Holy fuck, she's 6'3".
Yeah. Yeah, she made him look small, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. She comes out in Guardians Volume 2?
I think she's the gold chick.
She is the gold chick!
Yeah.
Yeah, she's super hot.
Yeah, she's really tall.
She's super, super hot. And she's in The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
And Uncle.
Haven't seen Uncle.
Wow. That's pretty dope. She's been in some stuff I like. All right. Good for her.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Tenet was not one that I liked.
Yeah,
and speaking of Nolan, didn't you say that the Batman, you rewatched the Batman trilogy?
Oh my god! Yes, people are gonna fucking hate me for this, but I rewatched the fucking trilogy. Like, and when I say rewatched, I glanced over. And when I say glanced,
you just had them on in the background.
I had them. No, I had them on. Like, I sat down, but I was just like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And it had nothing to do with pace. It's just that those movies haven't aged right. They haven't aged good for me.
What's crazy is, like, The Dark Knight is kind of like a pro-Bush movie, if you think about it. Because, like, it's an allegory for Bin Laden and the Patriot Act. Because, like, he uses the network where they tap into phones and, like, look into people's shit. Like, Lucius Fox, he's, like, kind of against it, but he's okay with it when they do it in Hong Kong. But then when Batman does it to Gotham, he's like, oh, I don't want to do this. But then they agree that we got to do this to stop terror.
Yeah.
So they kind of, like, they want to have their cake and eat it too with the Patriot Act. Like, they kind of justified it.
Wow.
And then at the end of the movie, like, how he kills Two-Face. Like, he just tackles him off the building.
Right.
I don't know. Like, they kind of... I didn't really like Batman, and I like the Joker in that movie. The Joker was great, but Batman and Two-Face, but, like, they made Batman, I don't know, like a neocon, bro. Like, it's like a neocon Batman. Like,
I don't know. I didn't like. It's just that they just didn't age well to me. Like,
yeah,
for example, the first costume design. I remember you telling me
the bat neck.
Yeah, that fucking, like, he can't turn his head for shit.
Yeah, and then the second was just like,
and then the second one,
it's like smushed in his face.
Yeah, the second one, it looks like it's like a gel coming off of his face, and then the suit, like, it looks real robotic.
Yeah,
like, it looks real techie, but it's not.
The cinematography, I don't know about the first and the third, but, like, it was kind of hollow in The Dark Knight. Like, it kind of had, like, that blue, generic, kind of, like, 24, kind of, like... I don't know, like, the look of it. It didn't look as good as, like, Inception, which came out only 2 years after.
I guess they're going for that look because the Joker was just trying to cause chaos, and that I guess that was the color that they were going for chaos or depression. Blue.
Yeah, like,
my thing. Oh, and then the whole fucking "where is she?" that always gets me. Like, what's up with your bat voice?
Yeah.
What's up with your Batman voice?
Like, the whole thing where at the end where he kills the Two-Face. Like, if it was the comics, Batman would have had some shit set up behind Two-Face. Or, like, he would have figured out a plan. Or, like, he would have played a mind game on Two-Face to get him to drop the gun. Like, Batman in the comics always has that's part of his character.
Yeah, that's his trope. He is always prepared.
And, you couldn't throw a batarang or nothing. Like,
nothing. Just really, you just tackled him to the floor.
Because he had the kid hostage. Like,
yeah.
Like, he tackled him off a building. Like,
yeah, so the kid survived. You fucking jerk.
And then with The Dark Knight Rises, I haven't seen that one again, but I hear it's like a Occupy Wall Street type of shit.
Oh my god, no! That movie. No.
Where he's like he's super pro cop and shit. I have to watch it.
It's just, dude, the scene where that takes place, where the cops show up and like Bane's it looks like a fucking 17th century fucking war. First off,
Batman's leading cops.
Yeah, like Batman's there and then Bane's running,
and he's blowing up cars and shit.
Yeah, like
even in The Dark Knight, he blows a car up and it like bashes itself. Those guys were definitely crushed in The Dark Knight.
Batman killed more people in that movie than I've seen in any other fucking.
No, Batman. BVS he killed a bunch of people.
That's
BVS was just blatant.
Yeah, he was shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah, BVS like Nolan's Batman killed, but
at least they were bad guys.
Yeah. Like he killed by like, because I think he even blows up like an entire building in one of, like a few floors in one of them. But it's more like explosions and collateral kills.
Yeah, I think he did collateral.
Because like when you shoot a car and you get it to aim up, you definitely kill that guy.
Yeah, for sure. When you're smashing the front end of that car into the ceiling, to a cement ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just put it like this. You're smashing a car going, what, at least 70, 80 miles an hour into a cement ceiling. Do you think that criminal is going to wear a fucking seatbelt?
Like, Arkham Knight was cool because, like... Well, I don't even know. You could, like, EMP... Don't you EMP shit or some shit in that game?
I don't know.
I think the tanks were like robotic.
But
controlled.
even then, Batman is smashing niggas' faces
Yeah.
into an electrical outlet.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
like,
funny.
what are you doing?
Well, when you run into somebody, it like zaps them off.
Yeah, like,
which is retarded.
Yeah.
Like the force of just you moving to them.
You know, in
like a wave moving to you super fast can kill you.
Yeah. No, and I forgot what movie it was, and what animated movie where him and Damien are having like a back and forth.
Yeah.
And he's like, killing them is not okay, but giving them brain damage is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. Like, how many people has he left paraplegic?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Yeah, like Batman, he straight up tortures people outside the law. Like torture is illegal.
That's another thing in the how you mentioned in the second Batman one.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, he's torturing the Joker.
Fuck that. He because you know they're like, oh, fucking Gotham police have jurisdiction. Batman doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So Batman decides to take the law into his own hands, invade another country.
Yeah, with the Hong Kong shit. Right?
Yeah, he invades Hong Kong.
The Patriot Act. Uses the Patriot Act.
He kidnaps a Hong Kong... Bro, he doesn't... You know what? He's lucky he went into Hong Kong. Because if it would have been China...
Yeah.
He would... Mainland China...
Yeah.
He would have been caught dead ass.
Yeah.
Dead to rights.
Yeah.
He would have been caught... They'd be like, wait, what's billionaire Bruce Wayne doing in a fucking scuttlebutt fucking airplane?
Yeah.
See? They played their cards right. He plays his cards right. But he doesn't. But yeah, going back to that. He goes and he fucking takes the guy from Hong Kong. Beats a bunch of, Asian dudes. And then he just takes the guy.
Right.
Back. And the Hong Kong government is just like, hey. What?
Yeah, Joker Bin Laden coming in and...
but that's the thing.
Joker was cool.
The thing with Joker is that, like, what I liked about him is how, Alfred says it, that he just... There's men that want to see the world burn. And it's true. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
And Heath Ledger did a great job.
Definitely.
He did a great job portraying.
Yeah. He was that movie.
Yeah, he really was. He really, he really was. Fucking Batman takes.
From a writing perspective, it's sloppy, and the performance. I'm not saying it's bad, but it wasn't.
Batman?
It wasn't an Oscar-worthy performance.
No, like no one that has ever done Batman deserves an Oscar to play Batman. Batman should be one of the easiest characters to portray.
Yeah.
If you can't do a Batman voice, move over. Go to the next guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's dark, moody. Not fucking, where is she? Like, what is that? Sounds like a growl.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What's going on? Fuck you. You sound like you need a robot, like Robitussin or a fucking Ricola. Get out of here, bro. And then, and honestly, the one that when it came out, I loved, because Bane is my favorite
Batman villain.
Always has been. First off, like Armando pointed out once, and you pointed out also, he was a hired gun.
Yeah.
In the comics, he's a fucking tactician.
He's the honcho, yeah.
He's the fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Here,
first off, he fucking invades Gotham. Like a bat out of hell. They show him punching fucking people. He beats some chick. Did you realize that when he comes in, he hits that first security guard in the face with his helmet? It's a chick.
Damn.
He smashes the chick in the face with his biker helmet. Boom! Fucking punches one guy through the helmet. Pow!
Mm-hmm.
All because I'm getting paid. Oh no, it's not even that he's getting paid. It's that he helped this little green-eyed girl out of a fucking well.
Yeah, she's Bane.
she's Bane.
Yeah, which is stupid.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was point. Just like at the end, I like your real name, Robin.
Bro,
that was the worst shit.
Oh my god,
that was the worst shit.
That was totally.
That was the stupid. If you're gonna make him Robin, make him Robin. Don't throw us a stupid Easter egg.
Not even that. That at the end he finds the Batcave.
Yeah.
Yo, kiss my dick. Like, how you gonna end that trilogy like that?
Yeah. And then Batman survives nuclear fallout, water.
Yeah. See, I always argued that he jumped out before it ever reached that.
Mm-hmm. But even then.
But it's like, whatever. Like,
even then,
the water would be fucked. It's a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, the blast radius is insane.
Yeah, like it's a fucking like half of that seaboard, like a big chunk of Gotham's like they would have looked like what Lebanon looked like a month ago.
Yeah, man. Like,
and that's a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, like I think, like the Spider-Man Sam Raimi movies. I know you don't like them, but like When Sam Raimi was making those movies, he knew he was making a stupid ass movie.
Exactly. He knew he was making a
retarded,
a comic book movie that's like hokey and campy.
Yeah.
And to this day, I don't like him. I
like him, but I even like 3. I don't think 3 is as bad as people say.
I'm not a big fan. If you watch them to just be like, holy shit, let me watch this thing. Okay. But to sit here and be like, yeah, I want to watch it because it's a good superhero movie. No.
Yeah. The thing with The Dark Knight is Nolan was really trying to be smart with the
he was trying to give us
and shit.
Yeah, he was
it's funny because like they put a gay person in a movie. It's politics in a movie, but this guy's literally defending invading people's privacy and civil liberties.
Yeah,
he's promoting the Patriot and making it look cool.
No one batted an eye.
No one batted an eye. You know, exactly. Yeah, that's legit politics because people are gay. You could be gay and not vote and like know anything about politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is hilarious. You know, that's legit politics. And I gotta watch The Dark Knight Rises again. All I know is just I just find it stupid how Batman disappears. Well, he decides to stop being Batman, but he also decides to stop being in the public eye. Like in The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, exactly. Like in The Dark Knight Returns, he stops being Batman, but he's still in the public eye. He's doing Formula 1 races. He's still a billionaire. Here, no one put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, like, yo, Batman disappeared. Where's Bruce Wayne? We haven't seen him in months. Oh, yeah, he got sad.
Yeah.
Why? I think it's because Batman went away. No shit.
One of the... Yeah. Again, like Nolan really...
He dropped the ball on that.
Yeah, trying to be smart.
And then the thing is, and then here's my biggest thing. And the biggest thing with Batman and Bane. Bane manages to beat Batman, right? He breaks his back.
Yeah.
Excuse the pause, because it's just such a fucking brain melting thing that I have to explain this. He pretty much fucks his back in the movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm going back and forth with the book. In the movie, he fucks up his back, he throws him in the hole, and then the Middle Eastern doctor tells him you have a super herniated disc. He had a herniated disc, which then he proceeds to put back into place by punching him, wham, and then tying him to a rope and pulling him. In the comic book, he was using his most high-tech equipment for recovery and rehabilitation. It took him almost a year to get back.
Yeah.
Punches, stretches, he's out.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the third one, like the second one, wasn't as cartoony as the third one.
Yeah.
Like the second one just had some bad politics, but...
oh my god. And then, fuck. And then here's another thing, like with Bane, like he was only... anytime he showed up on screen was just for like sound bites. Sound bites, that's all he was.
Something to put on a t-shirt.
Exactly. Somebody to get a fucking tattoo of to look real cool. Like, when you came into the darkness, I was born in it. I embraced it. When I saw the light, I was just a man. Like, shut the fuck up.
That wasn't even you.
Yeah, it wasn't even you.
That wasn't even you.
Like, fucking jerk.
I want to watch the Winter Soldier again, because that was kind of like about the government being like taken over by like, I guess the allegory is white supremacists or some shit. Like,
really?
Yeah, you remember how that Robert Redford was kind of with the Hydra shit, like Nazis kind of taking the government over from within.
Well, actually, that's more of an allegory. I believe that's more because I had actually read an article that a friend of mine sent me that it's an allegory in how Nazis have through the years. They
influenced.
They had infiltrated police stations and stuff like that. So I guess that Hydra being a branch of Nazis,
right?
Le hizo revolú.
Yeah,
and managed to do the same thing.
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah, man. Honestly, that's if not the best. Well, not the best because Infinity War is the best one. I believe Infinity War was the best one.
Do you think so?
Because it left everybody with their fucking mouth open, not happy.
Yeah.
Like the bad guy won in that one.
Perfect pacing.
Yeah, great pacing. Everyone got the good screen time. Everyone, when people came to fight, everyone ran. It was the first time all the characters met each other.
You got a major villain.
Yeah, and he had like a series, like a real.
Because Crossbones, he's not really he's like a B C-list villain.
Yeah, and Killmonger, he had another good reason to be.
I felt like Killmonger had a really good reason.
Yeah, to be like a bad guy.
But he's not a popular comic villain.
Exactly.
But, Thanos is, so...
Yeah,
you also do gotta factor in popularity into...
That's true.
When I rank things, I do also... Yeah, because if it's a comic movie, you want to see the iconic shit.
Hold on,
and frankly, yeah, Thanos is an iconic Marvel villain.
He is.
And just everything that led up to Infinity War.
No, of course. Nothing... The hype that went into Infinity War will never be seen again.
Yeah.
Like, it will never, ever be seen again. Ever. Like, honestly. Because, holy shit. Holy fucking shit, man. If you weren't there, like that shit, Jeff, you'll be able to say to like your kids,
yeah,
or some young ass kid down the line, be like, "Oh yeah, I was fucking around,
yeah,
when this shit came out. Motherfuckers were practically body slamming each other in the fucking seats.
Yeah,
when this guy,
people were crying, screaming. That wasn't me. Definitely not me.
I screamed when Nick Fury fucking hit the beeper and it showed the Captain Marvel logo.
Oh yeah.
I was like, alright, Captain Marvel!
Civil War was another one I gotta rewatch. What was that one about? I forgot.
It was that...
Because I think
it was excuse me. In the comics is that some bad guys accidentally kill like a bunch of innocent kids.
Well,
this While this one was Crossbones.
Yeah.
He kills like a bunch of innocent people plus.
Yeah, he released like some gas or some shit.
Yeah, and then
an explosion in a embassy or some shit.
Yeah, there's an explosion at an embassy in Nigeria, which kills a bunch of people, including T'Challa's dad.
And Scarlet Witch she fucked up or some shit.
Yeah, and then that's why the government starts saying, "Hey, you motherfuckers got to sign up."
So is it because of the comics? I guess it is kind of like a commentary on like gun control, right?
I think it was more a commentary on like, actually, Civil War was kind of like on that.
Yeah,
saying that like if you have powers, you guns, you have to register yourself. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never looked at it like that. I just looked at
maybe it's like not a perfect
book as like a shitty.
Maybe it's not a perfect allegory.
Yeah, maybe it was just what it is. Some fucking. I honestly,
there probably is something.
The book, I honestly enjoyed the movie more than I did the book.
The book, was not as good. The book was entertaining, but it was not as. Mark Millar, if you know, he's a really dark writer, and even in stuff that's not, explicit, he still has his level of cynicism to it. Where it's just, and he's a really hype writer. I like him, but I'm not gonna say he's a great writer because like, just shit that's out of character and out of logic, like the whole thing with Goliath. Spoiler: he dies and they bury him in a 70-foot grave when couldn't Hank Pym just get a Pym particle and shrink him like.
Yeah,
like he wanted to just insert a dark humor thing into that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I see.
Where in Kick-Ass it'd be like his head explode. Like either Kick-Ass he does some really fucked up shit, like this guy's dog, like where they rape his girl, like
they shit.
But like when they give him a T rating, he will give you some fucked up shit like that. He still has to like
give you some fucked up shit.
Yeah, he's just
that's hilarious.
Fucked up Scottish guy.
No man, but yeah, it is. Going back to the Batman thing, I just didn't. I just see them and they've aged so poorly, so poorly.
So so the Civil War plot. Let me make sure it's the movie.
Because in the plot, it's where all those innocent people die in Africa, in an embassy.
Yeah,
and they're chasing this guy. Yeah, it's my bad. Crossbones doesn't die because later on in the movie, T'Challa gets him. Or some shit like that, I think, no?
No, he blows himself up, I think, didn't he?
He does? Is that the one? Yes.
He does.
Yeah, he blows himself up. That's true.
And the Avengers become an allegory for America and representatives within organizations that aren't willing to compromise on how the Avengers should be governed. Is an allegory for American... I don't know, I gotta read more into this. I'm not just gonna read this.
Yeah.
Maybe it is something like the Patriot Act. There's a movie.
Let me see something here. Oh man, let me see. You know what? I'm gonna look up real quick. I am going to look up this heat score.
So yeah, it's just Cap is liberal individualism, while Tony is a conservative authoritarian, and that's what I like because like they show you both sides in Cap, and there were people who were Team Cap, and like there are people who like legit argue with that movie, which I found cool.
Of course, because you're giving people things to choose and perspectives to go for and to root for.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't even remember like who I was rooting for at that time.
Yeah. I guess it is a similar thing with the whole Patriot Act and whatnot. But
again, don't you dare fucking make anybody gay.
Yeah.
Or have a woman.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
if not, you're being political.
Exactly.
You fucking liberal snowflake.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny, like I've seen some Nazis or like some of those people are like, nope, like the fucking get knocked the fuck out by people who they call snowflakes.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, word.
Conservatives are being silent. Are you being silent for talking about low taxes for the rich? Like real conservative ideas, like, you know, cutting back on social. Is that what you're getting demonetized for? No, it's all this other trans shit that you're talking about.
And going back to those conspiracy theories, Jeff.
And the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten paid for my protesting.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that George Soros check.
Yeah, where's that George Soros check, bro? I need it. I want it.
Yeah.
But you know what, Jeff? Let's call it. And let's watch the fucking Dark Knight trilogy again.
This episode was sponsored by George Soros.
And the secret cabal that Donald Trump is fighting against secretly with the American taxpayers.
Yeah.
Money. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time. Much love and peace out.
Peace out.